Welcome back to Grump's barn for the second part of this bloody clutch renewal on this lovely Freelander. Ah, fucking hell. It's being a twat. I came down here yesterday, I was going to film, but in the end, no one wants to see a film of someone swearing for 2 hours. Yes, I shall show you what I mean. Right, I came down here to deal with this bolt. As you can see, this is where the bolt is. As you will notice, it has no head. I chopped that off. Now normally when you chop a head off of a stuck bolt like that, the piece that it's attached to will either fall off or with a couple of taps will come off. No. The bolt is firmly stuck inside this carrier. So I've had to take off, as you can see, the lower suspension arm is gone, the wishbone. It's now sitting over there. Good to clean up anyway. Nothing wrong with any of the bushes or anything on it. It's not that old actually, by the looks of it. But it does need a clean up. And today I'm going to try and get this fucker off here, because once this fucker's off, then this whole subframe here will drop down. And then I'll have the room I need to start taking everything else apart. But no matter what I've done with this, it's hardly bloody moved. So I'm going to get some heat on it now. See if that helps to loosen it up. Heating a bit of bashing and turning and stuff, because it will turn. Very, very tight, but it does turn a bit. So hopefully that's a good sign. So yeah, I'm going to get some heat on this bloody thing and see if that'll help move it. If not, the only other option I've got, which is going to be a complete and utter bastard, as ever, is to cut this fucking thing up to get it free. Because the bolts on this, oh, let's find one, are rather long. That's a good, bloody hell, must be a good, over for about 5 inches. Yeah, it's about 5-inch long bolt, that. Bloody hell. Or 125 millimeters for those who work in that. That is a fucking long bolt. No problems getting a new one. And I can get a new one for just under £4. I only need to replace one. And obviously they're going to be hardened bolts for the job they do. So I can't even drill the bloody thing, not with it being that length. It'd be fucking impossible to drill it. Way too long. I've got to get it out of there somehow. Once I've got the housing off of it, I can then cut it right down, then drill it. Or maybe even possibly once it's released from that, if I can get it released, I might be able to weld something to it and get it out. Possibly. Right, let's see what happens. Well, still going with this bugger. I got the Jenny working again properly. Another stupid thing. The oil level was a teeny bit low. And I mean a teeny bit. It's obviously got a cutout in there. If the oil level starts to get a bit low, it won't run. Which is clever. Look at that, got it moving. But I've got a feeling. Fuck. It's still fixed solidly in there. Cutting it around, and yeah, it's all rather hot at the moment. But I've got a feeling the bloody captive nut has broken off because the whole thing appears to be moving. Oh, this is going to be fun. Because you can't get into this fucking bit. Apparently, I think you need to take a way in from above it. You need to cut a hole in the floor. Which, if it comes to it, I'll have to do that and weld another fucking captive nut in there. But yeah, it is fun. Bloody hell. Right. I've just snapped a bloody grinder blade. Look at that. That snapped beautifully, isn't it? Trying to cut under here. And it obviously caught up and just ripped itself off. Never mind. Keep going, we'll get it off in the end, one way or another. Well, good news. I finally got the fucker off. And the captive nut is still captive at the moment. Whether it will be by the time I've got this fucker out, I don't know. Bloody hell. I'm going to have to weld onto this fucking thing. I'll try and get it out without welding onto it first. Stud extractor might have a chance. Depends how tight it is in there. Well, we'll give it a go. See what happens. But yeah. Oh, this is the offending fucking article. If you look in there, you can see. Look at the amount of crap in there. That's obviously what was gripping it. And as you can see, I've had to cut it to fucking bits to release the pressure as much as possible. And thankfully it's only 25 quid for a new one of these. At least that's off. Now we've got to do is get that fucking bolt out. But first I think I'm going to take the fucking hell, front subframe off and get it out from under there. Get out of my way for a minute. Well, I knew something had to go right eventually. There we go. Came out with a stud extractor. In fact, it unscrewed pretty easily. You little twat. So it was sticking inside the body of that thing, which is why I couldn't undo it. Nothing wrong with the threads at all. As you can see, they're pretty good. Hey! One tiny victory! Oh man, well thank fuck for that. That's one job done. Now I can actually get on and start removing the fucking clutch. Bloody hell. Oh, he's fun. God dear, I wish I could do these every day. Twat. Right, back in a bit. Right, here we go. Now we're going to drain the oil out. The drain plug is under here, in this little hole. And it's an M8 Allen fitting. Let's just let this out. Oh, fucking hell. There we go. And then next I shall be emptying out the oil from the IRD unit. Transfer box, call it what you will. Not sure what size that is yet, find out in a minute. Right, now this here That bolt, 21mm bolt, right in the middle of the underside of the RD, well, towards the right hand side of it, is the drain. Thankfully it's fairly easy to get to. Oh. Now I've just loosened it off, I'm about to empty it out. There we go, that's it emptying now. It has got a magnetic plug on it. All I've got on the end of that is filings, thankfully, so it can't be too bad in there. Right, that's this side drive shaft out. Now to get that out, all you do is there's a recess in here. If you see, I put a cold chisel in there just to act as a lever. You bang on the end of the cold chisel away from it so that it knocks it out. All it does is there's a little ring, look on the end of there. You can just about see that, there we go. That just basically forms an interference fit inside. It clips itself in. So you give it a bang and it shocks it out of its hole. Now I was going to take this one off completely, but it appears to be very, very tight in here, and I don't know if I can be asked to whack it through. So I might just tie it up out of the way. Either will do. You can either take them off, or you can just leave them attached and just tie them up to take the strain off them. So for the minute I'm just going to tie it up. I might knock it out later, I don't know, I'll see. See how I feel. Now I'm going to go and get on with the other one. Well, there we go, that's the driver's side drive shaft out. Again, cold chisel behind it. Gently knock it. So it unclips. And then when you pull that out, I just gently knocked it out of the hub. That one wasn't stuck in like the other one is. The other one is stuck fast. I put some penetrating fluid on there, we'll see what happens. See if I can get it out. But thankfully both the drive shafts appear to be in very good condition. Give it a bit of a clean up. But the actual joints in them are very good. No slop or anything in them. It's really nice. Right, now to get on with undoing the RD. But before I do that, I'm going to need to find something to support it with. Because if you have it hanging from the engine, you can leave the cooling system to it still attached. You don't have to bother with all that buggering about. So I've got to find something now, some bungee straps or similar. I can't find one anywhere at the moment, which is not unusual for me. I'm going to have a look, see if I can find some, so I can hang the bloody thing up once I've undone it. Right, I'm at the back of this RD unit, as you can see that's it there. You have a bracket here with 1, 2, 3 bolts holding it on, and 2 bolts there holding it on to the back of the RD. And then again you have another one up here with 1, 2 bolts holding it onto the engine, and some bolts holding it on up the top there. I can't see what the hell's going on with that camera there. But they have to be disconnected too. There's 2 bolts, one that side, one that side. Right, better get those off, then I can support the thing before I undo the 4 at the front, of which there is 1 at the bottom here, 1 here, and 2 up above it that are a right bugger to even see, let alone get to. But I'll worry about that in a minute. There's 1 more bolt I'd missed. It's right up above here, and you can't see a damn thing there. Oh, let's get some, try and get some light on it. There we go. Up in there. It holds the back of this on here, right up behind the bloody thing. Right, now these all the bolts, oh, excuse me, these bolts here rather, these 3 big bolts that were holding this on are a 15mm head. The 2 into this side at the bottom here are 13mm heads. The top ones holding this bracket on, the 3 of those holding that on are all 10mm heads, and again the ones holding that to the IRD unit are all 13mm heads. Oh. Right, now to try and loosen off these ones here and the ones at the top of it, which I can't even show you because I can only just feel them with my bloody hand. We'll find out what they are. They look like 15s from here, well the bottom ones anyway. We shall see. I'm going to loosen those off. Now I've got to support the weight of this IRD before I can undo it completely and take it out. Well, I got one of those top bolts out. They are twats. You just can't get fucking near them. And with my fucking enormous hands, oh. They are fucking tight as well. I had to use a breaker bar to undo it. I couldn't get the impact gun anywhere near it. And the last one, it took me fucking ages to find it. There are 2 of them right on the top and they are absolute twats, both 15mm heads. I'm going to need a universal joint to do that. And I've just been searching for the last, best part of an hour trying to find my universal joint that I haven't used in years. And then I remembered where it was. It's attached to that. I made a short extension out of it years ago using an old cracked 19mm socket. And I cut the universal joint in half so I could have a short extension because I needed it at the time for the Cortina I was working on. Old V6, that's interesting to remember, 3 litre. And there was a back bolt on the for the head, I think it was, and you needed a very short extension to be able to get anywhere near it. So I had to make one. And I still have the extension. But no universal joint because that's what it became. Fuck it, so I'm going to have to leave this for a day or 2 so I can either get out and buy an extension fucking universal joint or order one off the net, which is going to take a couple of days to get here as well. Golly, what a laugh this has become. Who could have foreseen that I'd have had problems? Oh dear. I've also got an extra job I've found I've got to do under here. I just remembered on the last MOT there was an advisory on a couple of the brake pipes at the front. And oh no, I've turned the light off now. Oh bollocks. Well, there's a couple of brake pipes under there that are rather rusty. They're still safe actually at the moment, but they won't be for much longer the way they're going. So I'm going to have to replace those while I'm at it, and there's a bit of rust under here as well I'm going to have to treat. Thankfully nothing needs repair, it just needs all the rust getting off it and treating it and painting it up to protect it again. But it's not too bad. This means this job will take a bit longer. But hey, I've got lots of time. So if you're wondering why it takes me so long to do things, not only... Oh, let's turn this around. Let's be friendly and show me bloody face again. There you go. You poor bastards. Look at me like this. No, it takes me a long time, mainly because of the fucking leg. Having only half a leg is a bit of a twat. And it does mean that I run out of energy a lot quicker than I used to. I can only keep going for a couple of hours on this. And then I have to stop. Otherwise, I end up knackering myself up, absolutely killing me bloody leg. And I'm no good for anything for a day or 2. while I recover from it. But that's been my life for a long while. That's the way it goes. I love doing this sort of thing. I love fucking about with anything. I used to build bikes and trikes and stuff many years ago. I've always done my own stuff on cars and things. Also rebuilding cars and repairing them and what have you. Same with bikes. Done them all. Loved every minute of it. And I'm going to carry on doing it as long as I can. So yeah, it always takes me a while to do things like this nowadays. Because the older I've got, the less stamina I've got, and the more my fucking leg plays up if I bugger about for too long. Because just getting up and down underneath this bloody thing, it does my leg in after a while. Or what's left of it. But there you go, that's the end of this one for today. I'm going to have to call it for this. Until I get a universal joint, because I can't fucking get at this last bolt without one. I could get an extension on there, a short one. I won't be able to attach anything to it. Because there's bits in the way. So I need the universal to put another extension on. Bring it round to where I can actually get something on there to turn the fucking thing. Deep joy. Right folks, enough fucking rambling. Look after yourselves. I know I'll be looking after what's left of me. And I'll see you again very soon. And I will be keeping on with this, and we'll have it done in about a week. Maybe. As long as I don't find any more fucking bolts like this one. What a twat. Oh well. See you soon. Bye.